Hello friends, we are going to discuss about liquidity trap. India has been entrapped into liquidity trap in the midst of highest level of credit liquidity and the highest level of deposit. In the midst of these two, there is a financial surplus, but there is a lack of financial expenditure. In this situation, one side we see there is a maximum saving and maximum deposit and cash and liquidity for in every sector of the economy, from Government of India to RBI to banks to non-financial banks, private sector units to public sector units to households. All are in a competitive run to amass maximum deposit for future because market is more riskier and riskier at present. In this situation, there is a highest rate of credit inflow, but there is a lowest credit growth rate. There is a highest level of deposit and highest growth rate of deposit. So there is a liquidity trap in Indian economy in the midst of highest credit facility and lowest credit growth, while on the other hand, highest demand deposit and highest deposit growth rate. First we see RBI. RBI has infused a lot of credit into Indian economy. Firstly, they have infused a special liquidity package by putting rupees 5.6 lakh crores in Indian economy through banks. Later, 1.2 lakh crores has been infused into Indian economy by RBI through open market operations. Further, rupees 88,000 crores RBI has pushed into economy through long-term repo rate or repo operations, targeted long-term repo operations. Further, RBI has also pushed or injected rupees 10,000 crores through short-term operation twist, and now in this month again is going to put into system another rupees 10,000 crore through long-term operation twist. This is the situation in Indian economy by RBI. Further we see bank situation. Bank is investing their surplus fund to RBI, and in March it was only rupees 3 lakh crores, while in April it has become 8.4 lakh crores invested in RBI at the lowest interest rate through on reverse repo rate. This is a peculiar situation. Government interested credit should be used for investment purpose, but market is so shaky, business confidence has lost, consumers' confidence has lost. In this situation, investors and creditors are not interested to invest their credit into the murkier economic situation. Further, we see the corporates is not using the credit facility for investment purposes. Corporate balance sheet is bad, so corporates are trying to strengthen their balance sheet by saving or putting cash liquidity for payment of debt, so that their liquidity situation must be safe and secure. And on the other hand, their balance sheet should be strengthened. Private sector units as well as public sector units all are in an austerity drive to save more and more and spend less and less. In this situation only, there is a liquidity trap. There is a highest level of demand. There is no highest. There is a highest level of credit infusion and lowest level of demand. Lowest level of deposit for investment. Such a murkier situation, it becomes government duty to spend more. RBI and banks are performing their duties by providing lending facility, but market is so murkier and so risky that investors are not interested to invest. In this situation, monetary and financial institution can only facilitate to lend, but government duty is to spend. So government is running away to spend. Further, Government of India has curtailed in last budgetary 25% cut in last budget. In present budget, Finance Minister has announced that no new scheme will be implemented by putting heavy expenditure. Further, corporates have also held up about rupees 3 lakh crores payable to MSMEs just to improve their balance sheet. But MSEs are facing hardship in this situation. Although Government of India has injected credit facility by rupees 3 lakh crores for MSMEs, but MSMEs are facing liquidity crunch because their most of funds are held up by corporates and other big industrialists. Government of India have also held up GST compensation of states. Government of India has not cleared ITC, input credit tax of exporters. These are the vulnerable situation in this Indian economy is passing, where households are also interested to keep deposit in their hands and also put in their liquidity form so that in immediate crisis they should be materialized at the earliest. All over economy there is animal rush or animal type of competition to hold as much as cash to face the murkier market situation and putting it to invest in a safer and liquidity form. Even RBI is not invested in India, but RBI has invested recently dollar form or USD dollar, $8.2 billion in US currency. In this way, RBI is investing its money in foreign currency rather than strengthening rupee. RBI is investing at lowest rate, even within 1% for liquidity and safer form in US dollar. Banks are investing in RBI because they feel safer and liquid form. Corporates are holding up MSE's liquidity rupees 3 lakh crores. everywhere there is huge demand for cash liquid, and there is a liquidity crunch in the economy. In the midst of highest level of credit flow in Indian economy by RBI, by government, there is a heavy deposit, and deposit growth rate is highest one in the midst of lowest lost business confidence and consumers confidence. So it becomes duty of the government to spend more and more, because investment for private sector as well as industrialists, even purchasing power for household will depends upon the government expenditure. But government is running away to spend, while RBI and banks are or have enough liquidity, enough credit, and they are providing through banks at the lowest level. But our business community, corporates are only trying to improve their balance sheet by paying debt, and thus all are in an animal-like run for saving and saving in the midst of credit inflow. The situation is Indian economy is floating over the sea of credit facilities. But there is lowest credit growth rate. This is the liquidity trap situation in Indian economy, and government must come forward to save our economy by spending a lot, so that private sector and other industries and corporates should come forward to spend more and more. So it is government duty to see these things and to save Indian economy from liquidity trap. A lot of thanks to my friends. We will meet again. Thanks.